Hi, everybody. It's Madeline, and you're listening to Embrace the Madness. I hope everybody's doing okay. I had to take a break last week, and to be honest, I wanted to take one today, but I know I have obligations and I want to be consistent. And so here I am. I'm completely exhausted, but I feel like that's kind of a sentiment of the universe right now. I think with election day being tomorrow, everyone's kind of on edge, and I'm trying not to think about it. I already voted. I don't know really what else to think of in the meantime. So if you're listening and you haven't voted, and I guess this is going to be published on Tuesday. So if you're listening today on Tuesday, then please go vote. And hopefully you've already early voted also. I did want to share that I'm super excited, but on Wednesday, it will be the year anniversary for Embrace the Madness. So I'm super stoked about that. I'm like, holy cow, I have had a whole podcast for a year. That's kind of a long time. I remember at the beginning, I was like, well, I guess I can do one, but I didn't really have any equipment. And, I was like, ooh, but I started small. I was using these little broken iPhone headphones, and there's so much information available. So research was cool, found the cool place to host it, and voila, there it is. And I feel like so much has happened within this last year, and I've grown a lot. And I'm sure if you've been listening since day one, you could probably tell like a difference in my confidence level and my comfortability level, and hopefully my authenticity's only been growing stronger, but I can definitely feel a difference. I know sometimes it's like kind of wishy-washy, but for the most part, I feel comfortable talking on the microphone. I feel comfortable sharing my ideas. I feel comfortable speaking things on a microphone. I think I already said that. So, yeah, I'm still in disbelief, but it's kind of just proof that if you really want to do something and you create these intentions and you follow through, it will seriously grow. And you don't have to be particularly like talented or good at something, but if you have something that you believe you want to keep moving forward, then you can do it for sure. And I think that's a big thing that I've learned too since a year ago. It seems like just a lot of things happen all at the same time. Because it was like we were getting ready to go to Bali. I had planned to do the podcast, but I was still kind of in the R&D and stuff like that. And I was also getting into the music side of things and learning to DJ and wanting to keep moving forward with that. And when I got home from Bali, things were just well, I guess they were kind of the same. I was more broke than I was then. But yeah, it was kind of like a very subtle change. I don't think things just like all of a sudden happened for me. I think maybe little brain shifts had been happening. And so the podcast launched on November 4th. It was kind of just a day that came in my head that I was like, oh, I'm going to do it then. And I feel like when you kind of create that external deadline, then you're like, oh, well, I told the internet that I'm doing it and I have to do it, because then the internet will say, hey, call you out. But it worked, and it was a little tricky. I think it helped just kind of like brainstorming and stuff before, but yeah, it was cool. I mean, it's definitely been a test of discipline, and I'm even like getting kind of caught up in that now. Just things are getting hard and stressful, and I'm kind of in and out of alignment, I feel like. And like even today, I'm just so out of it, and I didn't really want to do a podcast, but there's kind of these things when it's like, well, Do you want to be consistent? Do you wanna keep doing it? Wasn't this an intention at the beginning? And so I'm kinda like, "Oh, okay." But I'm roasting some vegetables right now. I probably have to go check them in a minute. And I just wanted to talk a little bit about the year and kind of the way things are right now, I guess as a country. I don't I don't really know what to say, but I do know that I think it's really important that we remember that no matter what happens tomorrow, this week, this year, that there are a lot of good things that still exist. And there are a lot of people that still care about you. And I think it's important that we take care of each other and take care of ourselves so that we can really truly bring the change we want to see in the world. And of course, it's a lot easier said than done, but I think it's going to be very tempting to lose our minds and go down these spirals. And I think just with the level of anxiety and just utter destruction, it seems like it feels like things are kind of going down the drain. But I think we have to remember our strength. And we have to remember that we're still going to have to keep moving forward and we're still going to have to figure out solutions to problems that exist. And we're still going to have to show up as who we want to be every day. And so, even I have no idea what's going to happen tomorrow. I really don't want to guess either. I'm kind of just like either frozen or yeah, yeah. I'm working the polls tomorrow and I have to be there at 6 in the morning. So I'm kind of just like, maybe I'll just be sleepy and drowsy all day and I won't have to think about it. Cause I mean, I think they're gonna have to count all the ballots and the mail ones and yeah. But I hope everyone is trying to find peace and trying to find whatever grounding means for them because I think a lot of people are going to react in a way, whatever way that may be. I think there's going to be a lot of different reactions. I think it's going to drive maybe a wedge further. And I really just hope that everyone can come together despite all these differences and figure out what it means to be human and figure out what it means to be a country and remembers kind of that we're all in this together and we have to take care of each other. And this election isn't going to end the world or destroy everything or it could go either way. It could be really horrible and it could be really wonderful. But I think we also kind of attach a meaning to whatever that means. And so I'm trying to refrain from attaching like a certain negative mindset. I think that's why I'm trying to just like back up a few steps because I just don't know. I think every time I just like sit and pause, my eyes get really big because I'm just like, oh, I don't know. But like, I just want you to know that it's okay. And even the seemingly sane people are losing their marbles. And I think what really matters is how resilient we're being and how we are still choosing to show up even when things get weird. And yeah, this year's definitely been one of growth. And my friend was talking about it being the year of surrender. And if that's not the truth, then I don't know what is. Because this year has taken a lot of surrender. And I've had to surrender a lot with the podcast and surrender perfection and surrender control. And surrender being perfect all the time and consistent. And so I've definitely learned a lot on that side of things. And it's been a fun journey. I think things have only gotten better and cooler, and I could have never in a million years guessed that I would have a Patreon this early or anything like that. So it's really cool when you follow something and just take little steps each day and watch it bloom. So, yeah, this week's going to be great. You're great. I'm great. The world is great. I think it's important that we choose to find joy and choose to find things that bring us joy and make us happy and make us feel good, and keep setting our boundaries and reminding others that they need to respect our boundaries. And yeah. Oh, I hope everyone had a cool Halloween. I know it was kind of weird this year because this pandemic and we don't want to like go around catching COVID, but I had some fun times with people that I love, and I think I'm probably just exhausted from that, just alcohol, dancing. But I've been drinking a lot of water. I'm smelling the veggies right now, so I probably need to go grab them. I definitely just wanted to check in, and I'm still kind of in R&D for the rest of the podcast and trying to figure out what direction I want to take and how I want to grow it and some other cool stuff. And I just also wanted to say thank you so flippin' much for supporting me and being here since day one. And I really couldn't have done it without y'all sharing my episodes, listening, telling me how much it means to you. And I'm so grateful to know that it's helping people understand themselves, understand the world better. It's just a really cool feeling to get that feedback. And so this is a big old thank you to you. And I hope you continue listening, and I hope you continue supporting me and taking care of yourself and figuring out what it is in the world that you want to do and who you want to be, and knowing that that's truly possible. I know this is going to be a shorty, but I just wanted to at least get something out there and share some positivity in a somewhat cloudy time. And yeah, I'm always here if you need to chat, so don't be afraid to hit me up. And we're on IG. The handle is at Embrace the Madness Podcast. And if you are interested in diving deeper into the podcast, getting access to bonus episodes, getting a postcard every month featuring some local art, November is going to have a really cute little turkey that my little brother drew. So I'm excited to get that one out and printed and in your mailboxes. And I definitely want to do some maybe workshops over Zoom. We did a cool meeting for Halloween, just a little mini sesh. And yeah, I'm excited to share and build community and keep making the world a better place. So I will go grab my vegetables out of the oven, and I gotta go to kickboxing. Shout out to Sarah for consistently kicking my ass. So I hope you have a great day. Like I said, whatever happens on election day, you're still a badass and you still have the power inside you. So don't forget that. But I'll catch you next week, and happy birthday to Embrace the Madness. And if you want to give a birthday shout out, don't hesitate to do so. This is Madeline with Embrace the Madness. Bye. If you'd like access to more podcasts and a postcard each month, check us out on patreon.com/embracethemadness.